comes Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, toy fans, we got another one of these like Sluban sets. Now I haven't reviewed the other space station, and the reason why is because I wanted to actually be able to put the two space stations together. I will review each one, but I want to be able to have both of them, interlink them together, check them out. Now, there was someone on my Facebook page that was asking about, they're like, Sluban, I've never heard about them. Sluban's been around for a while, but you don't see it very often unless you're going to these specific places and looking. Now, the space station, and I'll put the affiliate link down there in the show notes, so if you're wanting to pick up the other one, you can find that on Amazon. This one, however, I could not find on Amazon. I had to get this one off of AliExpress. It's an older one. But I knew as soon as I saw that this space station fits to this one to create one long station, I said, I've got to. So, it's not my first, not my last Sluban set. I don't know if this one will have the alligator in it. I have no idea. I know that we finally got an alligator the last time. As a matter of fact, just for safe measures, let's grab, we got to, right? Our official Sluban alligator, that's right, an alligator brick separator. So, we do actually have our Sluban brick separator. It's the alligator. We'll use this one for our build today, okay? So, with this one, now AliExpress, we get it cheap. Cheap. Takes forever for it to come in. But everything's going to come in a bag. So, there's no box for this. The other one has a box. This one does not. It is just bags like this. And everything's just kind of thrown there together. We got a sticker sheet. A lot of stickers. A lot of really cool stickers this time. Looks like some engine things. This, I think, is going to fit up really well with that other space station. As a matter of fact, I'll probably be playing with both of them. And they will fit up. So if we have this here, let me kind of fix that right there. There we go. Try to get it in my target area here. So this is this part of the station here. This one will fit to here, and we'll actually have a big, long station to play with. Apparently this part drops off and makes a drop pod. Kind of cool. It's got a scannable story. Alright. Some sort of like gelatin or plant. And then we get some more astronauts. So I was kind of hoping this one would have had like one astronaut in a suit and then the rest would have been crewmen, because we got, I think it was like 4 in the last one. Let's see. The last one was 1, 2, maybe it was 3 total. So 2 astronauts outside and then 1 astronaut inside. And I think this is the same. So we got 2 astronauts in suits and then 1 in regular fatigues. So probably the same. Probably the same. Alright. We're going to start off. We're going to put our little minifigs together. Now, the minifigs are they're not vastly different, but they're different than what we get with Lego. And if we want to zoom in right here, we'll kind of take a look. So, with these minifigs, open it up, see what parts go to what here. Okay, so let's see. We've got these right here. We'll get a astronaut lens on it, a little helmet lens. Ooh, cannot get that one to click on. My fingers are so dry. I'll pop that one on. So one there. I do kind of like the way that they've built their spacesuits. They're kind of cool. They've got, it's almost like you can attach someone there. You've got connections here and even on the bottom. So I dig some of this. So we've got this part of the body. We're going to put the legs on there. And then we've got this tan head here. He's got a bit of a goatee. And that pushes all the way down. It's going to snap in. Head is on a little bit of a ball joint. So, pull that up. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a ball joint. And then he gets the hair. Not just the hair, man. The cool super duper uber hair. Looky there. Check me out in my cool hair. And then we're gonna take the hands. Now the hands are kind of ball jointed, which is kind of weird. They turn. I've had some where it doesn't seem like it snaps in all the way, and so the actual hand just feels like it turns. But like this, I guess if you do you push it back further? Yeah, I don't know. One feels super tight, the other one feels super loose. The head feels super tight. Pull it up like that, fix his hair. There we go. So that's one of our guys. Now what's cool about this? He turns, he can smack people, but he turns at the waist. That's the big thing. But then he turns at the waist, and it allows him to basically move his head one way or another. Now, we got her. Let's see, pop her down there. There we go. All right, so we got her here. Let's put the gray hands on for gloves, 1 and 2. So this one's a little bit smaller of a set. The last one was 502 pieces. This one is 292. So shouldn't take quite as long to build. But we're going to pop this on her, line that up there. And look, really cool astronaut. Woo! Got one. And let's do our other one right here. Now, it's easy to get confused on which way. You have to look at the arms, and there's a certain slant to the arm. That's how you know which way is forward, which way is backwards. Unfortunately, these torsos have no printing on them. They would have probably benefited from having some sort of like undersuit printing to show, hey, this is the front tubing, you know, name badge, whatever. Then your suit goes over it. But they do not have that. Now, I want to say the other astronauts were kind of the same. They did not have any extra. But we got this guy here. He's got the super cheese going, man. Ooh. All right, and then we'll put our extra hands kind of over here on the side. There we go. Matter of fact, let's grab this. We'll put all of our extra pieces right in there, so we'll save it. Okay, so we got our 3 minifigs. We'll set them off to the side. Let's pull back a little bit and let's get some building done, right? So we'll pop that there, pop that there. My table is an absolute mess, by the way. Absolute mess. Okay, so we are going to take these, pop, pop, and we'll put bigger pieces over here. Let's see, we got this one. There's no indication about what bag does what, so it's kind of like we're just pulling everything out at one time. Not ideal in some instances, but it makes sense. I mean, it's like one of those, it's like I don't want it to make sense. I don't want to say, yeah, that's the way it's going to have to be, because I really don't want to have to open every last thing up, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. Thankfully, this one, pretty easy. We got our parachute. We got our pieces for modules, big plates. We'll put those over there. Let's back out even a little bit more. There we go. Make things a little bit easier. Let's see if I can go back even further. There you go. And clear. We'll throw that away. We got bag number 2 here. We're going to dump it out. Move these windows. These are actually pretty cool windows. We can leave those there. And one more right here. Now I want to say, it seems like the last one had a lot of parts. Like a lot of parts. And it was quite hefty in the arena of having too much. But this feels a little bit easier. It feels not so bad, right? Got our little brick separator. Alright. 4x10 right there. So we got a 4x10. We need a 2x10. So 10 and 2. And then we need 10 of these. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. I know they're in here. 4, 5. That's 1/2. 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more. I don't know, it's got to be in here. If not, I might be counting 10. There it is. That should be our 10 right there. Now, we are... So this is going to fit onto here. So it looks like we're lining all these up on the bottom. So if we look kind of back over this way, it's like all of these studs are lined up. So we're putting these here, and then these should be going on the side. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 studs all the way down. Same thing on the other side, counted by 2s. 2, 4. That's not the right one. 6 and 8. So I do need one more. I had the wrong one. Absolutely had the wrong one. I'm gonna have to pull this up to my face. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It was upside down. It looked like something else, but there we go. So these are going to be used to round out those edges, which is kind of cool. So there's 1 and then 2. Looks like we need a 2x4, a 1x6. So it should be in here. A 2x6, 2 2x3s. 1 and 2. 2 of these plates with pins, so 1 and 2. A 1x2. 1x2 with clips. 1. And 2. What am I missing? I'm missing that 1x6. There we go. There's that one there. Alright, now, looks like 1x6 is going down here. Then we've got 1, 2 of these 1x2 clips, a 2x4, a 2x3, a 2x3, and then a 1x2. Then we got another plate with clips, another plate with clips, and then the 2x6 going right here on the end. We're going to press to make sure all that is nice and set. There we go. Alright, now we get a yellow chair. So it seems like our last set had a yellow chair too. So that kind of yellow is the standard. Then we get a 1x4 snot brick. Looks like 2 of these. Looks like 1x4s. So let's see if we've got any 1x4s. 1 and 2. And then we need 1, 2 of these kind of reverse sloped bricks. There we go, right here. So that should go 1 right here, and then 1 and 1, and then we'll pop this one on, pop this one on, and then this is supposed to go right here. There we go. And now we've got the floor of this part of this module going. Can't wait. I have a feeling we're going to be adding some monitors here pretty soon. Dude, I am stoked for that. I love the idea of adding monitors and like lots of cool stuff. Alright, we got our first sticker. So we need number 12. Number 12 is this one. Okay. And that's going to go on this brick right here. Line it up. There we go. And this this is going to go right here. This is going to go right here. This is going to go right on the end. I like that stark, like hard gray against the white. That looks good. Now we need one of these. It's what is that? It's a lighter color. So, all right. It's interesting. I was talking to a student today about jump plates, and I've got one right here that's showing up on my needs list. But jump plates are like plates that are, you know, standard size. You got standard anti-studs, 1x2. But instead of having two studs there, you got one that goes in between where the studs would go. That is a jump plate. And it allows you to kind of move things kind of catty-corner to something, like jump it over just a little bit. Build some pretty interesting stuff when you get down to it. There's some cool things you can do with them. Then we got a grill. 1x2 grill. Alright, now 13 we get, this is a cool sticker. It looks almost like a structural sticker. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And that's going to go right here on this. So make sure I have it turned the right way. Yes. You know, I like my Lego, you know, space sets. Don't get me wrong. I love my Lego space sets. But I'm really enjoying these Slubans. I think for me, the killer thing for me is the fact that some of the build aspects of getting in there and not having the plates where you can take off roofs and stuff as easy makes it a little difficult. That's where I kind of have my complaints. But all in all, they're good. Pretty good. I enjoy them. Alright, so we've got an ice cream cone, these one by one rounds with pegs. We have a skate. We need 2 of those little skates. We've got a bowl over here. 2 of these 1x1 round barrel bricks. 1 and 2. Should have one more skate in here. There it is. More skate. And it looks like we're building some sort of either battery or like oxygen tank, which I think is kind of cool. We got this plant thing that I'm guessing. I kind of wish this had a sticker over here for analyzing, because it looks like it's supposed to be analyzed, but there's nothing there to indicate that. Alright, so we need number 18. Oh. And this is going to be going where? Alright, so that's going here. This brick is going under here. And this should be going around here. So let's do this. I'll line that up. Now it goes over 2 bricks. I'm not too keen on that. You all know how I feel about this going over 2 bricks. That bothers me. But at the same time, how cool that is. And that's going to fit one right here. And then the other is going to fit on the other side. So let's get our other radioactive sign over here. Boom. I'm going to put this on here. And let's line that one up and let's start dropping it on. Roll it on. Man, how cool is that? So we got 2 little radioactive canister pieces with some sort of handle here. So they're using the almost like the little skates as like handles or bricks, which I think is kind of cool. Alright, so we need 2 1x2 bricks in dark green, and then 2 1x2 by 2s in bricks right there. So that's going to go 1 here, 1 here, 1 and 1. Okay. And then we've got a 1x4 that is an arch. 1x4 arch brick. There it is. So this 1x4 is going to go across here. I hope we don't cover that up. I would want to see that. I don't want that to be covered up completely. But it looks like we're actually going to be covering it up. That kind of bothers me. But I guess if we want, we could always just like pull them out. I think it's supposed to be pull them out. Boom. Okay. I guess that works. I guess. 1x8, 4 and 4. We got a 1x4 snot brick. 2 of these 1x2s. And a 1x1 anti-tile, and then a regular tile right here. Okay, so let's see. Alright. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, so we want this to go across here. Snot bricks going on the outside. And I think that's where the engines are going to be. So the other one did not have engines. This will complete and have engines. So this will actually fill, in the end, like one complete set, which I think is pretty awesome. Now the one thing that bothers me about this is the fact that, no, it's right. Just it doesn't, like that doesn't come out like as effectively as you'd want it to. So I guess you can put the turn them in like that. Should have some sort of caution tape over there. What do I know? C'est la vie, c'est la vie. All right. So we need now. We have a panel. A 1x2x3 panel. We've got an inverted 2x2 inverted slope brick. We need 2 of these specialty bricks here. Let's find the other one. And the other inverted slope there. Got another panel right here. 2 2x4s. Got 2 1x2 bricks. We need actually not 2x4s, but 2x2 plates. Seeing lots of other plates except for what I need. There's one, and then that brick, and there's the other right there. Okay, so we need 4 of these bricks. 1 and 2. It's a lot of parts at once to get, but okay. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3. That's gonna go on the back of here, and we're doing the same thing again. 1, 2, and 3. That's gonna go on the back of here. This goes down. This goes down, and it looks like one is 16 and one is 17. So let's find our 16, which is right here. '16 is going with space station stuff up. Boom. Man, that's cool. That is cool. So we got 1. Let's grab our other 17. Just like a measuring thing. Two, so that's another little measuring thing right there. And then these are going to go on top. 1, 2. I love having really cool details like this. Alright, this one goes over here, it looks like. This one goes over here. Oh man, that's going to be cool. Look at that. Got the space station, got some structural stuff. We got controls over here at this side. It looks like some sort of planning chart. Got plant over here. Again, I kind of wish we had some sort of control there for that. We do not, but that's okay. We got a doorway here. So we'll need 1, 2 of these yellow things. 1x2 plates with pins, and then we need 2 of these tiles with clips. 2. And we're going to be putting, it looks like, ooh, we're going to be putting images on it. So 14 and 15. So let's go 15 over here. It's like another structural piece of our space station. It's going to go right here. And then 14, which is some sort of bar graph. Oh, it's a battery power, so battery power usage is what it looks like. They're 88% battery power. Whoop whoop. All right, and this is going to go right over here and set right into here. Okay, and then we're going to be setting these. Now we're going to go, whoops, 1, hands, 1 and 2. And it looks like they have space station on this side. And then battery power on this side. Push those 2 together, and then we'll kind of turn them like so. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like the look of this quite a bit. I'm wondering if my hand will get in it a little bit better than the last one. I like the last one. Don't get me wrong. I like the last one a lot, but I'm digging this one. Okay, so we need 1, 2 of these, 3 and 4 of those, 1 and 2 of our standard bricks, and then we need 1 more of these slopes, an inverted 1x2 sloped brick. Okay, so we got 1, lock it, 2, lock it on there. We're going to put those right there. 1, and then do the same thing on that side. 1, 1, and 1. Okay, and that's going to go in on that side. So we are currently building up this aspect right here. Now, if we're putting a window here, this is going to seem weird with this in the way. I feel like that probably should have been covered. This could be a window. That seems a little bit of a waste, but I mean, I guess it works. Yeah, I guess it works. Oddly enough, I am thinking, let's see if I turn this around this way, if this might read a little bit better on this side going down this way. I guess it should go this way. Let me build it the way that they want me to build it first, and then I can look at customizing things a little bit later, right? So let's get this portion done first. Solidify everything. Oh, and then we'll come back and we'll alter things and move things and do all that fun stuff. Put things where we want it, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so now we need 1x8, 4 and 4, 2 of these pin plates, so 1x2 pin plates. One, and I should have a couple more. 1 more here, and then 1 more right here. Okay. So we're putting 1 here on the end. And I'm guessing this is maybe for satellites, arms, solar panels, things like that. That goes here. This one is not the right one. I'm gonna throw that one back. Get out of here. That's not what we were looking for. There it is. 1 right here, and then this one is going to go across right here. Now, so far, all this seems very loose and kind of crazy. and not want to do what it's supposed to do, but we'll fix it here in a minute. Okay, so we'll turn this, so we need a 1 by 10, which is 5 and 5, and then 2, we need 2 1 by 10s, and then 1, 2 of these 1 by 1 round plates with pin bars. One and 2 right here. Okay. So this one will go here. This one will go here. And then these will go across here. Like I said, it's not as big as the other set, but I'm liking so far what I'm seeing. I think this is kind of fun. And I like the idea of it going like one into the other sort of thing. I like that idea that this is, you can add to it. This makes me want to get like the Mars kit or one of the other kits and, you know, attach other pieces to it, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do. 1 and 2, and then 2 1 by 8s. 1, 2 right here. So got one going across here. This one does not have a plate across here. I'm surprised, but it does not have a plate. And then we got this, and then this. Press everything down. Still get your fingers in there, okay? And then we got 1, 2 of these 2 by 10s. Now, one's going to go here. One's going to go here. And my guess is that we have it to where it's not completely set down, so once we build it, we should be able to take this thing apart and take the roof off and kind of get in there for play. Which, if you are smart on your module building, that's what you would do. Like, that's just kind of a given. Because, I mean, you don't want to have to take the whole thing apart to get to one little area. Instead, you want to be able to reach in there and play with your figures and do what you need to do, but you can't do it if it's all shoehorned together, and every time you have to take the roof completely apart. That tends to make people who want to play with them and display them and do stuff, it tends to make them kind of mad. Okay, so we're gonna go 1 and 2 here, 1 this way, and 2 here. We're going to go right here. Boom, boom, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Boom, and boom. Okay, I might have to take off the roof for some of this, but I also understand they're also trying to get everything settled at once. So we got 1. That'll get a sticker. We got 1 of these. 1 by 2. 1 by 2 tile with a pin. 1, 2 of these slopes with step. And then a 1 by 4. Okay. So we got 1 here. 1 here. We got our pin and then our tile here. That should go right up here for this. Press that in, fix that down. There we go. Now we've got a 1 by 4 there. This should be going right here on the end for our roof, and then you've got a little bit, that's why we have that little bit of a gap. We got the gap, we can take that off, put it back on, boom. Looky there. This does get the space sticker, which this sticker feels a little odd, but you know, hey, it's space, I guess. Just in case you weren't sure, you're in space. Space meat. Was it space rabies? I'm trying to remember. It was, I think, from Invader Zim. It was the space meat. That they had this whole issue with the space meat. Oh man, such a wacky doodle show. I like that show quite a bit. Alright, so that should fit over there. So we can lift it up as needed. Boom. And that should kick back and lock down into place. There we go. So will a figure fit that? Kind of. But not exactly. But hey, it's there for show. There for show, for show. Alright. So wrong. We got one of these, and then two of these little clips. Now, it seems like the last time I was dealing with these clips when they were in brown. Oh my goodness. Those things broke on me all the time. It was so aggravating. This one seems a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to go with 1 and 2. This should fit over onto this side right here. So it doesn't fit, you have to tilt up and then go in, kind of like that. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Kind of like that idea. And then this one, we will go clip, clip, and this should clip right onto here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I dig that. Okay. And now we're building a solar array, apparently. So we're going to grab 2 of these. Got 1 of these. 4 of these little clips. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have... we should have a teeny... We have a gray bar. A teeny tiny gray bar. And then we should have a T-sleeve. There you go. So, it looks like we're going to be going this into this, this into this, this across here and center it. This shall go onto here. 1, 2. And then we'll do the other 2 on this side. 1 and 2. Now I'm not as keen on the way that they do these particular solar panels versus other things I've gotten a hold of, but I mean, I guess they work. I'm gonna put sticker down onto the side with the flashing. Use a sticker to cover up the ugly mold. 1. Got 2 right here. So you could choose to put it on, you see there's kind of like some flashing there. That one's completely smooth. I'll put on the side with the flashing so the sticker can cover that. I think for me it's like I'd much rather see it like kind of all covered. Did the same thing with this one that I did with the other one where I missed a little bit. So I've got one panel that's going to be a little bit crooked. C'est la vie, you know what I mean? C'est la vie. Alright, so that goes here. So we've got a solar array on that side. And now we're going to the other side. So we've got one of these. One of these. Let's see, we should have 1 and 2 of our little white clips. Got another one of those plates. And another one of those little step slopes. So 1. I'm gonna pop that on, boom. Boom, right here, goes right here, and then we're gonna pop this one into place. This window makes a little bit more sense to me because it's like, hey, I can reach in there. I mean, you still can't really do too much, but yeah, this you would want a little bit more. So 1. Oh no, that stinks of it. Ah, thank you, Lord. Normally, when those go, especially as small as that piece is, it's gone. So I've got to hold the man up high. Jesus, thank you. That was all you making sure that didn't get lost. Okay. Just in case you didn't know, he's got the whole world in his hands, okay? And I know you can sit there and like, you're poking fun. I'm like, no, really I'm not. I'm being very honest on every sort of mode right now, because the fact that you got to think about it, man. If he is the creator of the earth and the heavens and the world and everything, you know. I mean, he does. He's got the whole world in his hands. The song is not lying. So, I'm gonna throw the name up high for the creator there, for God, and let him know thank you. You didn't have to let that occur, and I was able to find what I needed, and I thank you for that. Keeps me from crashing out. Alright, we're going to put this here, and that's supposed to snap onto here. So we've got another one of those umbilical arms for our astronauts, which I think is kind of cool. Now we got 1, 2, and we're going to be doing another array on the other side. So 1, 2, 3. No, I've got it in here. Another one of these T-bars. 4. Should have a small, teeny tiny bar. And one of these. Because I have a feeling we're building it the exact same as the other. Well, did I already? I don't think I already pulled this. Here, let me go ahead and just start this. Let me get these, let me put all the pieces in it, and then I'll have to dig for it, because I have a feeling it's in there, I'm just not seeing it. 2, let's see, 3, 4, and then we'll put this one here, put this one on the other side, boom, boom, boom. Okay, now, let me pull this up to my face and dig. Now it's supposed to be a little bar. Now so far, I don't think I've had a set where I was missing a part. There it is. And I'm hoping that that sort of continuation holds with this. I know it happens, but in this case, if it happens, it's a lot harder to get a hold of Sluban to ask for parts. And I've never had to deal with their customer service, so I'm not sure what their customer service is like. But I can tell you what the sets are like. I like the sets. They're fun. They feel a little more kid-friendly and childish, but there's still some interesting build techniques that makes it a little bit more like difficult. Like, hey, there's a kid in STEM is really going to get a lot more out of this than what kind of a 4+ set's going to be. So, all right, pop that one into here. Boom. Nice. And now we got this part of our spaceship. Man, that's so cool. So cool. Okay, now it looks like we're building a stand for the bottom. So we got one of these, 2x4 round plates with a pinhole, and then we've got a 2x2 round brick, 2x2x2 round brick. And it looks like this is supposed to go back here on this back portion, so kind of like right there. Boom. Alright, well, let's just got to sit down like that. Alright, now, got our figures over here. I might, you know what? Let me go ahead. Pop. I think I'm going to put this guy. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and sit him at this computer. Still kind of difficult getting your fingers in there. I will admit that. Or maybe I'll just stand him up on the outside. He can be up here looking out. Is that what we're going to do? Yeah, we'll set him up here. He's standing out here, and he'll be looking out at the astronauts who are working on the array. There we go. That's what we're going to call. We're going to call it an array. So that goes like that. This goes here. We got Mr. Man in there. That works. There we go. All right. And then we got our astronauts. All right. So let's keep rolling. We're going to put this one up here. And this one will be doing a spacewalk over here. All right. Now we need a a 4x6, a 2x6. Get that bar out. Got one of these plates here, and then a 1x4. And let's clock it. Let's see. Boom, 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 and boom. It goes like that, right? Okay. Now, looks like we've got some more stuff. Let's see. Okay. We've got 2 of these Technic cross bricks. 2 of these Technic pins to Technic cross. Looks like 1 of these 1x2 grills in dark gray, and 2 1x2 plates. So we got 1 that goes here. 1, 2. So that snap. 1 right here. 1 brick. Another brick, and then these are going to pop in here. Boom and boom. Now we need 2 1x4 snot bricks, 2 1x1 plates. We've got our little clippy shield and 1 of these. Okay. We do get another sticker. Yay! Number 11. Which looks like it's some sort of parachute deployment piece. Okay, so this should go, let me turn it the right way. Should go right on here. Boom. Oh, almost messed that up. Friend Brittany would be giving me a hard time right now. Really? Really? You doing that? You're gonna mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. That goes here. Then we got 1 and 2, and then these are going to go right here. 1 and 2. Boom. Just like that. Okay? Now, we got our little window piece. Now, these don't have like any sort of window in it. Even though it'd be kind of cool if it did have some sort of window so you could open it up, go from one section to the other. But I think they're leaving them open as a guide. Hey, we go this, over to this, over to this, that sort of thing. But man, makes me kind of think I might look and see if I have some windows to clip in there. Or something, you know? It doesn't have to be, I don't know, it could be clear, it could be panels, it could be all sorts of things. Like it's open all the time, but hey, there's a fire. We gotta close this hatch. We gotta eject this piece. Save the station. Save each other. Sort of thing, you know? See, it's kind of silly, but it's like, you know, when I get into play, man, I'm getting into play, right? That's how we do things around here. I'm not gonna play haphazardly and be like, well, there's no drama, there's nothing going on. Totally something going on. This guy over here is losing his mind. He's been in space too long. He doesn't want to be there in space anymore. They left someone behind on another planet. They're about to circle this whole ship around, backtrack to where they came from to save this person. Like the Martian. I'm gonna say, someone's about to say, you mean like the Martian? Original idea there, Tay. Yeah, I know. But it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Never read the book though. I heard it was really good. I should read more often, but man, I am a slow reader. It's not always in my cards to do a lot of reading. Okay. Interesting. Okie dokie. Did I put that? I did put that one. It goes on the bottom. Okay. It's right. It's just like, it just feels a little low. Like I was like, huh. I wonder if that should go up one to fit something a little bit better. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm just a dude who does a lot of these sets all of the time. I don't know anything. All right, so we're gonna put this one here. We've got 1 and 2 on this side. Boom. Let's pop. Let's move that forward. Pop that down. There we go. We got our computer panel. This one goes here. This one goes here. I like the contrast of the gray and then the white. You know, I like that kind of mechanical aspect. Hey, there's something mechanical here. There's something unique and new, and you need to be aware of it. I like that. So we got 1, 2 of these. So let's go right here. 1 and 2. And then 1 here. 1 down here. And 1 over here. Now they've got, here's something I don't like. Now they've got the impression of little windows. Not sure where I feel on that one. I usually don't like the impression of windows when you can actually do a window, but at the same time I understand. So, I don't know. I think maybe a hatch would have been better, but we also want there to be some sort of window or guidance or this or that. So I totally, here's the thing. I totally get it. I really do. And I need to drop my heightened levels of critique here. But it's like, man, that would have been nice to have like an actual window panel there. Just saying. Okay, so now we've got 1 of these little window thingamabobs, right? We've got 1 of these panels, 1 by 3, and 2 of these. So we're going to go 1 here, 1 and 2. We do have a sticker for it, so let's go find our sticker. They're both, number 2s are the same, absolute same. Nothing different from one to the other, so there we go. This is going to go right onto here. Boom. Goes right there. That's going to pop in on this side. Look at that. Looking nice. Looks spacey. Spacey. And now we've got this big panel here. That's going to go up top. And we've got this red warning sticker that's going to go kind of right here in the center. So let's put it right there. There we go. Boom. And now we're going to the other side. So we've got a brick, 1 of these panels, 2 of these tiny reds. Now I'm going to take these, I'm going to set them off to the side because we are going to have to use a bar to get them in. That's usually how that works. And then we need 1, 2 of these and a 1x3. And let's go ahead and put the other part of this together. So we've got, this goes here on the bottom. Whoa, that shot out of my fingers. And then we've got 1. Yeah, we'll have to use the bar. So these little stud to studs, they are interesting. They're very useful, but they are extremely hard to put together. So you kind of have to put them on the end of a bar and then use your finger to pop them in, pop that out. As a kid, I would have been extraordinarily aggravated by those. Like, I would have crashed out. I don't know, as an adult, I'd still probably crash out over some of it. Just not as bad as it used to be. Okay, so that's going to go right here. Let's get this here. Boom. It's going to go here, and there we go. Look at that. It looks like a little drop pod. Whoa. Except without a panel. That's where this, I think having a panel would have been like superb. Hey, put a panel there. We got this. Maybe it goes this way? I don't know. Huh. Instead of me jumping ahead, let's follow the directions, Tay. No, I don't want to. Yeah, you got to. Alright, so we're going to be putting this together right here, here, and here. And this is supposed to go up here. Boom. Kind of like that. And yeah, that goes upside down. So in that case, let's go back a little bit. So it has us putting the computer right side up, but honestly, I feel like the computer probably should be the opposite direction. If this is going to go upside down, that probably needs to sit that way. I'm thinking out loud here, because I'm like, well, if they're going to be in that upside down, then that feels like that should be this way. Kind of interesting concept, to be quite honest. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool, but that's supposed to sit upside down. So if that's going to be upside down, oh, and then this one goes here. Wait a second. Oh, I totally missed something. Okay. Okay, I see. Computer was the right way. Doesn't come from the ceiling. Goes right there. What I was missing was this. We put the anti-studs on there. We've got this plate on there. Everything's set. Then you got the cockpit open there for your person to go in. This is like a little drop pod. This goes here. Clicks right up there. This goes here. That's how that works. It's actually pretty genius. If you don't mind me saying so, that is absolutely genius. This thing's supposed to clip into here. Let's get it in there. Might actually be easier to pull it this way. Pop them in like that. Ooh, that one just does not want to fit. Oh man, I have never had a Technic pen that did not want to clear, but that one does not want to clear. Alright, so now let's try this again. I can see why the Technic pens have to go a certain way. Alright, boom, there we go. Oh, that's so satisfying. Look at that. That is cool. You can open that up, get in there. You can see them going across from one side to the other. You can pull this up here so you can get in there. Yeah, that is cool. Absolutely stimulating, fun, exciting. I dig this set quite a bit. Okay, we're still not done though. set that off to the side. Let's grab this, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I'll start placing them down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then let's put, we have stickers. So number 4s are going on the side here. So it seems like the last time I had to do it where it was, I kind of had to do it with my fingers just a little bit to line them up exactly where they need to go. It's like if I can avoid putting my finger on it, I'd love to have that, but it also, sometimes you gotta, sometimes the stickers they give you are just way too long, or they're way too big, and you gotta kind of finger force them down where they need to go. Kind of like that. There we go. And now we need 1 and 2. 2. So we're gonna pop 1 in here. 1. And oh, it goes this way too. And these should line up. Let's kind of line those up where they're gonna fit in over here, because that should line up right into there. Boom. Excellent. Oh, we pop that back out. Boom. Just like that. And then we've got those teeny tiny little stud things. We're going to pull that up. So it looks like we get 2 back here. So 1 and 2. Again, having to use that bar to do this it's these things are easy to lose. And sometimes they can be extraordinarily aggravating to put in. Got 1 here, so it looks like we're going here, and then 1 more over here. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3 is right there. Okay, interesting. Oh, I see. We still have the parts up. All right, now we're doing another computer screen. So we've got another computer. We've got a double-sided plate, a 1x1, a 1x3 jumper plate, another one of these little stand things, and then we have number 10, our last computer screen. This one I feel has more computer screens this time than the last one. At least I'm thinking it seems that way. I will say, overall, this set versus the airplane, I love this set. This one and the last space one I put together, like, I really have enjoyed these 2 sets. Now, this one did not come with an alligator. Just FYI, there was no alligator with this set. So we did not get another one of these. This is the only one I have, which is kind of aggravating because it's like I want to have a couple. I want to be able to put one on a keychain and carry it around, because I think it'd be cool, you know. Like, it's like, dude, totally, bro. You got an alligator brick separator? No way. But I only have that one, and I'm going to treasure it right now because it's the only one I have. It's kind of like the same pod that we did with the last one. It's going to open up this way. I kind of want to make sure that these... see if I can turn it around this way. It's like there's a part of me that's like, I don't necessarily want it going into the blue. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then our last bit of stickers are going to go right up here. We've got 1. I gotta have at least 1 crooked one. It's like, that's the way these things work, man. 2. Let's see. good. And these are, this thing's going to pop into here. Boom. Look at that. I'm going to lift that up that way. Boom, boom. Lift that one. Boom, and boom. Just like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Now, we have, were we supposed to do the flag, I think, at the very beginning? We were. I didn't do it. Let me go ahead and do the flag now while I can. Right, so with our flag, let's pull this. So I like that, again, it has space on it. Just in case, hey, we're in space. Space flag. Spaceship. Space meet. Interestingly enough, at one point I went to the I scanned down and saw the mini comic on the Sluban site, and I was like, hey, this is interesting. It was translated really weird, like all right, somebody messed up on some of the translations. Just saying. All right, put the flag there. Hey, guess what? We're done with that. Checking. Yep. All clocked out, man. All gone. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these quarter round plates. 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. Okay, so each plate is going to get one of these. Well, each one of these cones is getting kind of a little flame. Boom, 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 and boom. And then it looks like these going together. That's going to go there. These are going together. That's going right here. These are going together. That's going here. That's going here. And that's supposed to solidify that. Alright, so we need 4 of these bad boys. 1, 2, 3. I love the color. This looks like an engine. 4. Okay, press it all down. Then we got these 4 ladders that we're using as almost like, they're, I don't even know, but it's a mechanical piece. It definitely looks the part. 2, 3, and 4, kind of like this. Boom. This is going to fit right onto the back of here. Come on now. Sometimes this is the part where it's like I start to get a little discouraged. Okay, I see that one goes in here. So it looks like instead of it going over the top, this one fits in that little kind of unit right here where that pops down. Boom. So where that pops down, that should sit kind of like that. Okay, and then that, when it goes on top, that fits right over that, holds that into place. We got ourselves a cool little space pod that has the engine stuff on it. I do feel like we should have something in that center. Oh, you know what I did wrong? 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was looking, I'm like, I feel like I did something wrong, and I did do something very wrong. This should have 1. Each one of these has a plate that goes underneath it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. And then these go right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, which means that this should center right about there and look like a better fit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, interestingly enough, we got parts for, let's see, we got parts for the parachute. Let's go ahead and put the parachute together. So we need 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 of these. And then we'll look at our spare parts, because there might be some things we can build and do. So this goes into here, goes into here. Same thing. Here, goes into here, and then this is going to pop 1 and 2. And then if we needed to, when the pod portion goes off, let's say this separates, and this is going to land, this would clip 1 and 2, just like that, and this would water land, do what it needs to do, boom. Be a really good way, like, it'd be cool to build another one of these sorts of pieces and do some sort of how do I put it, like like a drop pod thing that they can drop off from here and shoot off. But yeah, okay. Now, we saw early on that there's a way to connect our 2 sets. So let's grab our other set here. Okay, I'm going to pull this up over here. And then we've got this set here, which I still very much love this set. It's a good set. I'm going to pull this part out here. This is supposed to fit 1 onto here. Okay. And keep in mind, these 2 sets, they do not come together. They are 2 separate sets. But they are meant to come together in the center and create something. So, this part is supposed to go up here. Okay. And then I believe this fits right in here. Okay. So this is supposed to tie up, and that can fit this to this. Now, I don't remember there being, I want to see if there was any bars. Yeah, no bars in this one. Is there any extra bars in this one? No. So that's kind of, I feel like this is kind of where Sluban failed, because we got a lot of these extra teeny tiny parts, which is fine. But there's no connecting parts that connect one set to the other. And I think that's kind of a key thing where it's like, okay, you got this cool play feature, you got this thing where we can connect our 2 sets together, but then when you don't bring us the parts, we got to dig and look for others out of other sets. So I've got 1, 2. Thankfully, it looks like I've got 2 here. Pop that down. And let's see if we can pop these on. So we'll go on the bottom rungs, 2, 1 and 2, and man, oh man, oh man, oh man, this is pretty solid. Pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. I like this. This would be a great display piece. You got the science station down here, you've got the engines here. Might even look at a way to turn some things around, but man, that's cool. Very cool. If I can back out a little bit more, you can see how large. I mean, this thing is huge. That's probably about a foot. It's probably about 20 inches. 21 inches. That's pretty large. You got all these space people. You got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 outer hull astronauts. You've got 2 inner working astronauts. No, there's 5. 5 suited astronauts, 2 in-station astronauts. I really feel like having 2 and 2 and then having 2 on this set and 1 on this set would have been more of a priority for me. And seeing that, it's like, hey, this is great, but I would want them to have more people working inside as well, you know. Like, it's great that we have this. I love the look of it, but I think having more just regular astronauts might have felt like a little bit better. And like here we got one screen open over here, nothing going on. This is a work bay, so it's all empty over there. This one, unfortunately, I want to rebuild some of it so we can get in there a little bit easier. But that's how that looks. Still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie on it. It's a cool set. There's a few things that it's like, honestly, I would probably rebuild, including my main thing is the way that they do these windows down here. That's a little aggravating, but because I constantly feel like I'm breaking them off. There you go. Kind of. Ugh. But yeah, this new one, honestly, like, I like this set, but this new one over here, I dig this one a lot. Especially if you don't have a lot of room, that's the perfect size. Absolutely perfect size. Cool set. Really cool set. Alright. So yeah, and it comes with that parachute. Yeah. Stellar set. I would definitely suggest that one. Definitely suggest it. Cool stuff. Alright, hey, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. Hopefully, me building this and chit-chatting about it kind of helped you in your decision making on if you want to get this or not. Like I said, I have the link for this one here in the bio below. This one, however, is not on Amazon. I got off AliExpress, but if you find it, it is worth it. Most definitely worth it. So cool piece. Got a lot of cool play function with it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below. Would you get this? Would you not? Are you liking these shows? Do you feel like they're too much, not enough? You know, comment down below. Let me know these things so that way I can improve the channel, chit chat with you, and get to have a good time, right? Hopefully this kind of tends to your ear and helps you become a better brick builder. Maybe this helps you in decision making if you've come across this and you've wondered. Hopefully some of this build here will help you kind of figure out. I will do a review of it here pretty soon, so just kind of stay close to the channel and I'll get that out there to you. Other than that, you can go down to my bio and the link and, you know, buy something out of the shop. I get a small commission. Those sorts of things help me out quite a bit. Like this video, helps you to know that you like that you like what I'm making, etc., and keeps me in the algorithm, right? All right, as I'm growing the channel and keeping things going, I appreciate you all showing up and, you know, checking things out, getting stuff from the store. That sort of thing really helps me out and keeps me going, okay? I thank you all so much. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.